I should get going. Welcome back to the cool world of Kitty found a camera, and I'm here finding the camera. Because today, I'm going to start preparing the Steam store page, because it'd still be cool if I can actually get it released by the end of this month. But I'm going to think about, what would I want for a trailer? Let's just go through all the highlights, I think. And that'll help inform me as to, like, what I need for a trailer. Oh wait, hang on. No music from the game right now. Oh, and also, I mentioned in my weekly video, but I did not do this on stream, I made a font. I was chipping away at this. The vectors took a lot of work. Also, for some reason, it's very difficult to get the, to click this, for some reason. Like, you can see there's only a very limited area where I can actually click this one, for example, but not this one. Oh, I bet I know what it is. Probably the prompt is in the way. Ah, well. Also, I still need to hide that. But okay. Resume. So, for the store page, I'm thinking the first thing that I do is probably just have, like, we're walking around, we take photos, so we, like, zoom in, take a photo. And then we can, like, show dialogue of, like, showing the photo to somebody. Yeah, because I have a few ideas. Okay. Let's say plot. So, like, take a photo of a bird or something. I guess we would walk around for about, like, 1 second. Like, literally 1 second, because we need to sort of convey the plot of the game and the mechanics of the game in the span of, like, a minute, in a way where it front loads the interesting bits. And also, I'm going to lower the master volume. Why is this? There we go. So that way it's not so loud. But yeah, then we need a few fun things. Like, I think the car should be in the trailer because that's fun. I don't want to spoil everything, but, you know, you kind of have to spoil some of the fun bits in order for people to realize that there are fun bits in a game. But okay. And I'm thinking also, I may want to make a full 3D UI. I've done that in the past. Where, like, we have Kitty, like, open up a notebook or something. Yeah, so we walk around for a second, take a photo of a bird, show the bird to Bill. So animation for, or like move the camera so that we can see the door opening. Which would not only be good for the game, but also just good for the trailer to convey what's happening there rather than, like, just saying it. So yeah, just have a little cutscene where this door, or where we show this gate. That means we should also probably have that gate have a unique texture and, like, fix the textures here. You know, add all the stuff to his porch. Add the other things, like, this truck that's supposed to be here and this mailbox. Lots of stuff that we'll need. Because I don't think the exterior needs to be completely done. Actually, I just had a good idea. What if I lower the volume of the music? There we go. But yeah, so I think that would be good. And then what else do I want? Probably maybe a shot of Carly in like this building. Yeah, I'd say that. A shot of Carly at the gate. Or like the water processing plant. And then what else should we do? We should probably have like some cool interiors. What would be an interesting interior? I'm going to say take a photo of a ghost and show the summoning the ghost. And then, yeah, what I might do is record the footage for this, like, basically as we're playing today, and, like, make a preliminary cut. So that way I make sure the storytelling works, and then what I can do is actually go in and swap the footage for updated versions of the game as I make them. That would make sense. Kind of. Oh yeah, then we need the car, and I want, the car, jumping on the table to drink juice. I know, the low-res lady's funny. And then I do want one shot where it's just like zooming in on this. So it'd probably be, I think, from all the way downtown. Yes, we need the car to really tumble, I think. That'd be funny. So yeah, driving the car, maybe like crashing the car over the bridge. Low-res lady, and I might even have a shot. There's a, like, first-person section. Oh, I need the game rentals. That'd be good. Like, walking into the convenience store and then seeing the games. Like, that line's good enough that we could do that. So, okay. Walk around, take a photo. I think what I want is up here, crashing onto, or into the, I guess, intro cutscene. So splice lines from it into the game. Or into the... footage. Basically, like, there's only two lines that I really need, which are like, where are you? How did you get here? How do you get home? And that sort of explains the plot of the game in a way that's very easy to grasp. So I think I'd also want a bit more footage of this area. So I think, for example, here we'd want the low-res lady like here. Or basically, like, when we talk to the low-res lady, it frames Madame Blue's house, so we would need more of the exterior of the house. Yard with the playground and garden. Maybe even the zombie. Oh, and then we should also get at least a couple of the items. I know, getting a Q-tip. Okay. So... Yeah, I think I'll try doing like a preliminary edit. Let's see, how do we do that? What order do I need to get the things in? Show the photo to Bill. I think there's two things that I want. I want a, let's go to... So I need to add two things, which are moving the camera so that the ghost summoning works. Or like, basically, let's go to alter summon. Let's add a cutscene... I guess animation player, and then cutscene player. And then what we'll do is have a camera. So basically, like Linda will do her little ritual here, and then it like zooms in on the ghosts and summons them. Hang on, I need to, let's reset their position, and then do that. There we go. Now is guaranteed to be centered. And then let's have an Omni light. Or no, let's have a spotlight. Let's do a spooky green. And I think I might want to do it like where we can only summon them at night, but I'll think about that. Because that could be better for cinematography, or I could just wait until night. Oh wait, also, I should have a shot of sitting in a chair. Day, or like an entire day pass. Okay, so just getting the footage for this preliminary cut will do a lot. But okay, let's wait on that. What I'm going to do first is Linda is going to have a cutscene player. And so that way, let's go back to Linda. Let's see. Take your time, kiddo. But yeah, the two main things I need are the cutscene for opening the gate and the cutscene for summoning a ghost. So yeah, alter, go back to here. So yeah, because Linda stands here, so we need that framed properly. I think what we would actually want, I mean, really what we could do is just have her move it, or moved here. So that way she's in frame properly. So let's say ritual. And basically the camera will very slowly zoom in. And also we need the... Thank you, Godot, for not... You can't click these anymore. Like, Godot is too good to click and be able to, like, click on a light. I don't... I'll eventually figure it out. But okay, I need to just go to reset. So by default, this will be hidden. And we should also have shadows enabled. Okay. Let's make this like 2 energy. Let's do like that. There we go. And yeah, then our camera very slowly, like, dollies in, or whatever this is. Let's put it about there as, like, our major thing. Position right there. But okay, and then new ghost. And once we've actually summoned the ghost, it'll go to about here. And I think Linda should be... Maybe we'll just have it like here. So I want Linda to be in the shot. Actually, what I might do is just move her in frame. Oh, I also need to model a proper thing here, but oh well. Position. Rotation. Ooh, I should have, Hang on. I should have did that properly. Okay, let's hope that this looks fine. And I should probably make it so the player... Well, I'll make it so the player can move around. That's fine. Eventually what I need is the player to be able to, like, move relative to the camera, because right now the analog stick gets all messed up when you move and you're, like, in a cutscene, because it's still relative to your camera. But okay, anything weird with this? That seems about right. And then, yeah, we got Ghost, and then we should probably have, like, another shot, which will just be, like... Let's do new, from above. And yeah, basically this will be sort of our, like, show the ghost and the player. Or show the ghost and the characters from, like, above. Okay, position. Rotation. Let's hope that this does not cause confusion when it goes to here. I think it'd be better if it was a little bit closer, actually. And so we'd have Linda, like, still, like, with her head there, hopefully. Okay. Let's close other tabs. So we got our intro cutscene there. And now what I'm going to do is, let's get the cutscene for this one. Let's say this is going to be like world cutscene, camera 3D. And because this has no position information, this is all global coordinates. Let's have it be like, maybe like over here to here. That seems fair. Let's also do probably a lower FOV. It just feels more cinematic, you know? Less like a video game cutscene and more like a, thing. But okay, new, open door. Okay. Transform. Alright, how does this look? I want, let's go to 0.6. Because we're going to zoom in and then zoom out. Let's see if this works. If it didn't stutter every single time it plays, it'd be good. I don't know why it's doing that. I'll just assume it worked properly in game. But okay, now what we need is, what does our door opening look like? Gate. Fence? Bill. Okay, doorbell fence. Let's have this do like 2. And basically, I'll just make it so that it, opens on a delay so that this works properly. Basically, so I can synchronize these pretty easily. Okay. So what that would be is, let's go to NPC Bill. Where is Bill? Probably under Old Man. Okay. Door. So if you ever want to stop by the back door, I'll keep the gate unlocked for you. So let's do that. This will be like C, grab camera, C, play. Oh wait, I just realized. This cutscene player actually needs... Oh wait. It needs that. Wait, what? Hang on. So a cutscene player. Oh, okay, I see. I see my mistake here. I need to add a new node. Yeah, because it needs to be a node 3D. I'm going to call this... that. Let's rename this to animation player. And that means that, unfortunately, this... I need to redo... Oh, well, I don't need to redo too much. I just need to move this camera somewhere. Where is it? Okay, there we are. Now what I can do is get this moved properly, so... Boom. There we are. So now we have the ability... This is our cutscene player, this is not. So start dialogue, grab... So yeah, we grab the camera, and then... play... open door, and then we'll just release it. Okay. And then for Linda, we do a similar thing. Main speaker, start ritual, or let's say... Okay, I see. You know what, let's do that. Okay. Linda. So if she has a cutscene player, dot play ritual. And then when we end the ritual, we do cutscene player play ghost. And also grab camera here. Okay. And then when we dismiss a character, let's just do cut scene player release camera. Okay, let's go back to Linda, or the altar, because yeah, I did that wrong. Yeah, this is not correct. What we need is a cutscene player here. And then we'd have our camera and our animation player, and this would not have that. And instead, Linda would have our correct cutscene player. Let's hope that this still works. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, so now I want to add some of these, like, cinematic looking things. Let's have it so that, from above is, like, maybe 80 seconds, and it's gonna very slowly go around us, so sort of like, let's see how this looks. So now there's just an ever so slightly tiny bit of movement as we talk to the characters. Okay. So that should be in each of these ghost comments, or things here. Mention altar. Let's do, don't need any of our attic stuff. Okay. Here we go. See, play from above. There we go. And you can see all these main speaker emotes here that I have that I don't use anywhere, because the character has only one expression. Okay. So let's do, yeah, okay, that's fine. We only have 3 ghosts right now. Okay, so I think that gets us the cutscenes, at least. So I'll just put that in here. Move the camera to show the door opening. Oh, wait. I'll make sure it works first, and then I'll do all that I'm doing. Is my tea still warm? Just barely. Okay. New game? Oh yeah, and for some reason you could see how the whole UI was tilted yellow, but it didn't work with the window because for some reason they decided windows are not UI elements. They have some sort of like special like node type that's completely independent, so I can't actually get the UI elements inside the window even though it's just a normal UI element. It's awesome. I'll have to do some sort of thing where I like get it in code and then manually attach it to the same like color modulation so that way, you know, it's tinted slightly throughout the day. But then again, I may not use any of this UI for the final version. But okay. And also for the final version of the footage, I won't be able to record anything. I think what I want the UI, like the dialogue UI on the side, actually. Which will be an issue for this, because this was designed specifically for that, but I guess that's okay. Okay, so what else did I need? Oh wait, the camera, the cutscene didn't play. Hang on. Why is F8 not working? There we go. Okay, old man, did I not do this? Oh, we did that. Hang on. Why did that not work? Grab camera. Okay, I know what it is. Old man. Oh, because, yeah, I changed the cutscene player. And probably never assigned it, either. Okay. So yeah, people, world cutscene? What is world cutscene? Why did I call it world cutscene anyway? There should be like, old man cutscene. And then also, let's move it into controls. There we go. Okay, try again. Oh. Also, hang on. I need to move the mic a little bit closer. Just a little closer. Okay. So now... Oh, wait. Hang on. New game. Okay. And then what we do is we can take a photo of a bird, show him the photo of the bird, and if he doesn't do it, I'll live stream my own suicide. I'll do it. Alright. Alright, easy stuff. Now we got proper video game stuff in here. And I'll live for another day. Oh yeah, I need the yard sculpture to be like anything interesting, I just realized. I still have no idea what it's supposed to be. Maybe a giant statue of Gur from Invader Zim. Where's his car? You should have a car as well. But okay, that works. Actually, let's get the car and then let's do oh yeah, we should probably have as well one shot of like one of these. So probably I'm gonna say photo from the gas station. Or recreating a photo of the gas station. And I'll figure out where exactly to put all these soon. Okay. Because yeah, then we get this, and we're able to like ramp over the cones. Nope. What the heck? Well, the other cone was awake. Wait, what the heck was I doing over here? Oh yeah, I needed to talk to Linda because I need to do the ghost, our ghost trick. Alright. So now, cool trick. Maybe I should want a shot of the graveyard? Nah, I guess it's fine not to have it. Okay. I'm assembling an army of ghosts. We found an evil eye. Yeah, I think it would be better to have the, I'm trying to think what I want for the UI. I'd also like it to be slightly animated. You know, things like moving into place properly. Okay, let's see if this animation works. Hey, look at that. I like this shot. Oh, wait, but... You see, there's two versions of Kitty in there, because the camera is mirrored. So we need all of these camera 3Ds should not reflect. Actually, wait, hang on. They actually should have the ghosts in there. There we go. And now they have that stuff. Okay. That's pretty nice. Okay, so that means that now we actually have like a little bit of cinematography here. And so I'll probably start doing that more for all of the characters. Because I do like the feeling of sort of just being in the world and things happen around you, but I also like having things framed well and composed nicely. I guess I should just do visuals, because to do the, to do a, like, rough cut, I would still need, to just, like, record and, like, do a bunch of filming, and that's not very interesting for the stream. So, okay, what are the things that I actually want? So we have, move the camera to show the door opening. We got that. Summon a ghost, so we get, camera move. Better alter. So actually, let's have that here as well. So show the bird to Bill. Some yard decorations. Some porch props. Path to the backyard. Texture for the gate. Lots of work to do. Take a photo of a bird or something. So yeah, for the outside here, when we're walking around, I want Weston's truck. Bill's car. Probably some... What do they have out in the front yard? I guess this is fine as it is. No, I think they'd have some flowers. Hedges in the Weston yard. This area I feel like should be overgrown or something. Like, I don't know what's gonna be here. But there should be something there. It's so empty. The mailboxes. And I think the other things I can just get away with not having right now. Yeah, that'd be fine. And then let's say maybe a little bit of grass peeking up from here. Around these, around this, fence or something. So, like, tall grass, the tree, or around the edges. Like, he has not been weed whacking recently. Oh yeah, and then we need the yard sculpture. I keep forgetting. Okay. So, intro cutscene, splice lines into the footage. I think that'd be fine. So when we show the photo to Bill, better dialogue viewer. Top, sides. Because yeah, I'm not sure exactly what I want. But I want it to be, it feels like having it at the bottom is always in the way. Because I want, like, the player is at the bottom of the camera. Actually, I could have a shot of a mirror as well. Because I do want mirrors in the game. Where was a big mirror gonna be? It was gonna be in one of these things. So I could do that for Carly's room. Room, cool, mirror, closet, door, her stuff. Oh, I know, that'd be after this. So this would be models and textures for that room. Crashing car for the bridge. Better bridge. Model. Substation. And then car textures. We got a lot of stuff. Okay, recreating the photo of a gas station. Tree, house, textures. Props near the window. Getting a Q-tip from the rat. I think that's fine. Sitting in a chair an entire day passes. I think that'd be fine as it is. And then zooming in on the goddess. And I think that's fine. Okay. So I guess let's just go from top to bottom. Okay, paint. All right. Why is it that only some things fall out the window? But okay, I think what I want is... Let's get some measurements here. How does a truck look? I think this is about what I'd want for it. Then we'd have a tiny, tiny bed, as a modern truck should do. This will be my very good car. We need taller wheels than that. Actually, we need lower wheels than that. You know, how can you even call it a truck if it's not, like, lifted 55 feet in the air? But okay. There we go. So this wheel should be like here, I'm thinking. Okay, how does a pickup truck look? Okay, so the doors are basically straight down. And I see here, there's like a seam here. We also should have like a step ladder to get up to here. You know, how is it going to be a truck without that? Okay, and then let's say about here is where the door will be. Wait, hang on. Not quite what we need. We need this to be a little bit, just a smidge. There we go. Beautiful. Now this is an all-American truck. Okay, let's save this as whatever it'll be. Pickup. Okay, this way is what I need. Let's see, image reference. I have so many things. Okay. Project. I don't need my tablet anymore. Okay, so how tall is a pickup truck? Let's also have it about here. Well, I'd say... Actually, about there is about right. See, it's a little more than 4 meters long. Okay. Mirror? Mirror, mirror? How wide is a truck? Probably slightly more than 2 meters. About there. And thankfully, doesn't even need to look very good. You know, it's retro. I think it needs to be actually narrower so that it looks taller. Let's see, how do I want it to look otherwise? I guess that's good for now. Let's do this. The trucks have their wheels outside of the wheel well at all. It feels like a smidge. And also we can see the wheel wells do come out a little bit, so let's try to get that in here. Because we're going to need some brain power, I think, to figure this out. So I'm thinking, that about there. Does this feel like a truck? That's not going to be right. I'll have to figure that out. Basically right. Mark sharp. There we are. Okay. Individual origins. What is our X here? Let's just do 0.78. Did I? It only works on one at a time. Okay. This will be truck. And then this be reference. Which actually we don't even need anymore. There we are. What is this truck missing? The wheel well, obviously. Okay, so bring that, undo what I did. Okay, so this is going to be Decor Weston truck. Let's call it that. I think it is still too narrow. Okay. So how do we model a wheel well? Oh, right. There we go. Okay, so I think here... Okay. Let's try, yeah, I'll figure it out soon. Hmm. I think actually what I want here... Bring this back. Actually, put this here. Okay, there we are. Do I want this here? Hmm. I think this is the only thing I don't want. Because everything else here I can push around to make this fit. There we go. So now we have a little gap in here. So now what we can do... Boom. That kind of worked. Hmm. Okay, what else am I missing here? It needs to be more rectangular. And also we need to, something like that. Hmm. Basically correct. Okay. As before, delete this vertex. Okay, okay. Ta-da! Oh, wait. And I forgot to do that on this side as well. And we don't even need this. Okay. Now we got a cool truck. And I want, I think this whole strip of polygons here to be a bit more out this way, so that way I can do this. Now it's a real truck. Boom. I think I want here something like that. I won't do that. That's how pickups look. Okay. Go to the world. Let's replace that fake pickup with the real pickup now. Take your time, Blender. Oh, I have 2 copies of Blender running at the same time. That explains some slowness, maybe. Okay. What's the camera pickup? I don't know what that is. Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna use this time to use the bathroom. I'll be back. I also did some stretching. Okay, I'm back. So, what am I doing? I'm replacing this with a nicer truck. Actually, let's see if this is the correct size first. Link Decor, Weston, Truck West. Hang on. Why do I keep misspelling truck? It's almost the same size. I kind of eyeballed that perfectly. In fact, the new one's even bigger. And that's what you need with a truck. Kind of heretical to say, but I think this truck is too large. But okay. So for now, I'm just going to also have some very simple placeholder materials on this. Take your time, Godot. Jeez. Okay. Noise. Are you okay, Godot? Let's wait for it. Oh wait, it just didn't want to do anything, I guess. Can I do anything in this fucking engine? It was just the mouse stopped working, it seems. Which is a fun thing that Godot does. Oh yeah, also, I'm considering on the 14th there's a game jam all through that week, so I might do that. But okay, for now, let's see if I can get this noise. So if I click and I drag, now it works because there was nothing wrong. Okay, make this unique because what I want is... He drives a blue truck. No, he drives a red truck. One of those maroon trucks. So yeah, pretty soon I'll have that. And then for now, let's just have like our asphalt texture. Basically good enough. Mailboxes. Let's also model Bill's car, actually. I want a like 1940s car, even though he's from 2007 or whatever. Let's do... Yeah, Model T would be fun. So I need it from a different angle. See, I think I know how it looks. Okay. So let's say this is the ground, this is a different line here. This is basically the line for like the wheel well, or like our like baseboard, I guess would be the right word, maybe. So it goes like this, then it goes like this. I see, and this one comes up a little bit differently. And this is a little bit behind there. This feels about right. And then we have this come up like that. And we would have the engine in the back doing something like this. What's the door look like? Just a rectangular door? Okay. Old car. My concept art. There we are. Okay, so what is the plan with this thing? Or what are its dimensions? So 4 meters is probably a bit long for this now. So this is, oh, that's a bit too short, because now it's only about a meter. Maybe we need it to be a bit, like, longer? I'll see how I feel about it. Okay. Another cube. There we are. I think here would be a good place to have... Oh. There we are. Okay. How large is this in width? I guess this is fine. Though an interesting thing that I'm noticing is that they actually get narrower at the bottom. Okay. And they do not have a, like, detent here. It doesn't look like... Like, they're just straight up vertically. And then what I'd probably do is extrude this out. And we just have it, like, smoothly taper in. Like that, basically. I'll shade it smooth, except for places where I choose. like here. And then I guess right here as well, we just do that. Okay. I think this should be more like that. There we are. Okay. And I think the tires are equally spaced. Okay. There we are. Oh, I forgot about the engine compartment. So yeah, we're gonna need to see one of these from the back for me to figure out what exactly is happening there. Yeah. I'll just do this. And I'm sure that this would shrink in like this. Let's say this goes up, actually. There we are. And then I would like this to not have a sharp boom. Okay. Huh, this has almost the exact same wheel shape. Or the almost exact same wheel shape as the car or the truck did. Okay. So what would this be? Negative 1.56? Yeah. I can do simple math in my head. And let's also put our little hat on top. Isn't that lovely? Hmm. That seems fine. So what does this look like? Little spokes in the center. Meeting point. Okay. Let's just have it do that. Yeah, that seems about right. Hmm. Do I want an extra material in here for, like, spokes, maybe? So we just basically delete this. Do, like, 8. Okay. And then what we can do, that's a unique material. Because that'll have, like, the back face. Or, like, transparent pixels. Okay. And then last but not least, plane. Let's actually make this have a vertex group. This will be solid, because I will add a solidify modifier that only affects this solid group. So that way, look at that. No. Oh, I see. Okay, let's try and get this there. Okay. Does this look right from these? Not quite. This would not be out this far. Okay, that's getting a bit closer. And I'm also thinking, can we get the normals here? I guess what I can do, mark sharp there. Yeah. Okay. Ta-da! Now we have something that vaguely approximates the Model T. We're going to call these wheel 1. Oh wait, the trucks need hang on, I just realized. New inherited scene here. And then we can put this back into decor Weston truck. And that will let us have this there. Okay. Decor. Bill. Let's just call it old car. Okay. And let's hope this works. There we are. Our cool maroon color. Old car. This one, let's just also do the same thing. And we'll get this gate. Great. There we are. That vaguely approximates what we'd have. Oh wait, no. It doesn't. Fence? Chain link fence. It's a little closer. Hang on. Now it does. Okay, so decor, bill, old car. Bill, car. Collection, collection. Wait, did I rename this properly? Because this was supposed to be Weston Truck West. And I guess it'd be parented to the garage. And this one would be, oh, Bill, old car. I guess parented to that. Okay. Oh, wrong button. Okay. So I think that's... Maybe this could be a bit bigger. I'll see how I feel about the size. And I'm also thinking, where do I want the little car to be? If his car is going to be about here. Do we need someone else's car? I mean, no car needs to be here. Oh, we do need a car, like, parked... Oh, wait, no, we already have the car in the garage. And I don't need to show that for the trailer. Okay. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. Because I'm thinking I may make this entire house into one scene. Because now I want... Well, basically I might split the houses into separate Blender files, because otherwise it's going to be kind of a hassle to, like, re-import stuff. And also, eventually, I'd like to separately load each house. Is there... I don't think there's a way to do that very easily. I think the best I could do is, like, put all of this into a collection and then append that collection to a scene. And then swap out the scene. That makes sense. So what I'll do first is just make sure that these import properly. Okay, yeah. And that's about in the right spot. Who cares about the node cache? Okay, I'm trying to think if I need any other large models here. That truck is gigantic. Yep, average American pickup. These cars are just big. Wait, why is this double-sided? Oh, because the solidified, I think, did too much. Well, I'll ignore that for now. Okay, I think the other modeling is going to be the hedges and the, like, garden. I think there'll be flowers out in front of the Weston house. And then for Bill's house, there should probably be grass growing. Oh yeah, we need the mailboxes as well. Let's do those. Because I have the sketch of the mailboxes. Right, concept art. I'm sure I had the... Is it in here? Right house, blah, blah, blah. Empty house. Maybe it's up. No, it wouldn't be here. Maybe it's just in Brainstorm? No. Oh, I know where it is. In a... I never put these guys in here. That's a shame. I like these guys. Okay. File, open. So I need to go to concept art. Mailboxes, exactly. Okay. So the mailboxes are not too crazy, but also we need a massive pile of mail. So there's actually going to be... Whose mailboxes do we have? I think it's the 2 duplexes. So let's see, the mailboxes. So Weston, right, empty house, Carlson, duplex, doctor. Okay. So I didn't really need that fancy thing. Or I didn't really need the whole thing there. But okay, this is going to be the way that sort of community mailboxes work. So how many did we need? This will probably be the empty house first. They'll be like vaguely in the correct order. Empty house. Carlson. Then, Weston. And I need to think also I can personalize the mailboxes. So this is Bill's mailbox, then we got the duplex, which will be like a taller thing because it'll have like 2 slots. So I think it'll be like 1 box here that has a key, then a mail slot. Basically inspired by like the average whatever it is. So outgoing. So technically this side should actually be well, I guess this is fine. So we could just have like number 1. And then we'll have at the very end. Actually, yeah, yeah, okay. At the very end, we have a massive, like, locker with a security camera on it. Because this is the doctor's mailbox. Okay. And then we also need some piles of mail to get up to here. Just be a bunch of boxes. All piled up. So how do I want to do this? I think actually it would be funnier for these two to be in sort of the middle. So I think Weston and Blue will be over on this side. Or no, Weston and... Oh yeah, we do need Madame Blue's mailbox over here, I think. No, I don't think so. Her mailbox will actually be in the proper place of, like, a relevant area. But okay, and I think the way that... I also need to remember, I need to have this... There needs to be a few things to accomplish. One is, the woman who's coming to check her mail needs to be in... What is with this node cache? I hate this crap. But okay. Basically, I need this to be, like, the woman is standing here, so the mail pile should be behind it, like, here, I think. Well, that shouldn't be too difficult. But also, we need a good shot of the house from on top of the mail pile, because I want the player to, like, platform onto this. So I think I could do, they have to platform on the mail to get up to the security camera, and then they take the photo for the house. And also it'd be funny if he just has, like, a newer car instead of this old car. Like, he bought the Model T for fun. Like, it wasn't his actual car. But also, I'm going to sit down now. Yeah, okay. So let's model this. So yeah, we don't need this stuff here. Okay, that is the mail pile, allegedly. Can I click the things and then delete them? Thank you, Godot. Where's my... Okay. World. And I think I might have a camera as well on top of the, like, all along the house or something like that. That makes sense. But okay. So, I'm trying to remember where exactly a mailbox, like a group neighbor... let's look up neighborhood mailboxes. Because I know in my old neighborhood, there was, instead of these, it was actually like more like this, but it was literally just like a piece of like 4x4 wood for each of these, and then just a like 2x6 on top of it with the mailboxes just put there. Also, I should think of the house numbers. Let's plan that as well. So if each of these has... yeah, let's do that. Actually, I want just a nice... there we go. Okay, so let's say it starts from here and it's going to be like 301 maybe. Also, there's such a like insane amount of... it feels like there's an insane amount of lag on the drawing right now. So yeah, this will be 301, 302. You know, I'm just not even going to deal with this. If Creed is not going to participate. But okay, this is going to be mailboxes 2. Project concept art. That was not the right image. I keep accidentally doing PGMs. Okay, mailboxes.pgm. But okay, what I want is that, so that way I can just draw, and now it's not going to be like insanely impossible, or like lagging to hell. Because yeah, I think Krita just doesn't like Windows. Three, 4, 305. Let's call this like 308. And then on this side, it's actually going to start from a different counting. As if this is like part of a much larger neighborhood. Okay, so these two have their own mailboxes. The duplex has a mailbox over here. Okay. And eventually I'll put these in. So, addresses. And this will be like on the mailbox and on here. So that way the player can also infer from context that the mail, like whose mailbox is whose. Yeah, this is a little bit closer to how the mailboxes looked in my neighborhood, but worse. Okay. Mesh, cube. Mailboxes. So I think, yeah, I think... Actually... There we are. Okay. I know what to do. No, cube. There we go. Okay. So let's just put some mailboxes. Like mail. What order do we go in? I think Carlson. And for now, we're just going to have simple little... Actually, that doesn't seem right. There we go. Now it feels rounded. So this will be like Mail Carlson S body. I think I want these to be... I'm not sure exactly, but I will make it so that I can tell these apart with distinct materials. Yeah, my main question is it on the sidewalk or here? I think here. This will be mailbox. Empty house. And then we'll have Weston, then the doctors. All right. There we go. Mail, doctor. And also, I'm parenting this to that. Okay. Then we got our old fella. Wait, hang on. This is the wrong mailbox. Do I want the... I think I want... Basically, I'll put Bill's mailbox all the way over here. And then we'll put the duplex mailbox here. Okay. Mail, Bill. And then mail, duplex. And what we'll have is then a pile of boxes of undelivered mail. Box. Let's call this mailbox S body. I need, there we go. Mark Sharp. There's our box. Okay, what else do I want? So yeah, this will be our beautiful mailbox, or all the mail for that poor woman. Which actually, I guess it should all be one entity. How do I want to do that? Because I want it to be a single entity. I guess what I can do is I can add a empty here, plain axes. Mail pile. And then I'll just have all these boxes, like, attached to that. Okay. Get all these mailboxes. And then get this mail pile. There we go. And that means that this now needs to have... this will be tricky. But okay, now for this also. We should put this right here, I think. That'll be fine for now. Because, yeah, otherwise, we could put it all the way up here as well. But then it's too high. Okay. That's fine. And then let's have this there. Oh, wait, actually, let's not have that there. Yeah, we don't need the position. We need visibility. Yeah, there we are. And we need to do the same thing with the toy car. Because, yeah, I forget, the player doesn't need to, like, interact with this old version of the world. Okay, visibility... Wait, no. That should be on. And then that is off. There we go. And yeah, eventually, I might even do things like rearrange the furniture. That's a bit excessive for now. But okay, so now I need our mail pile camera. So world object. Does this inherit from a collision object? No, it doesn't. Good. Alright, so what was the ID for that mail pile? Let's go to low-res lady. Wherever she is, there she is. Somewhere in here. Okay, it's just called mail pile. And so we actually need, let's go to player camera. Or like take function photo. Oh no, I'm stupid. Okay. Function photo. Take photo. So get camera object. So what we should have is, so scene node, source node. So we have extra points in blah. So camera area.get overlapping bodies. If it's not visible, check cam call seed. Okay, so our first thing we do is we check the camera. And so if there's no source, source equals C. If this is in the frustum, we do that. So basically we have to cast a ray. Let's say if source or camera source in C, source equals C dot camera source. Oh wait, no, hang on. I'm realizing. No, okay, that's not quite what I need. Okay, let's say that's fine. What we're gonna have is, let's just say if camera source in C objects append C.camera source. Or let's say and not objects or and not C.camera source in objects. Okay, basically I will make a script and it'll be called something like camera source or something like that. Basically, let's say sub object control create, and this will be extends node 3D class name sub objects export var camera source world objects. Okay. Basically, this means that now I can have several objects that will all be attached to this same thing. Also, I should make sure that we don't have anything special with cameras. No, we don't. Okay. All I need to do is put this in the layer and then assign these all to the mail pile. And now they should do that, and then we can go to camera UI. So when we get our visible objects, how do we do that exactly? Refresh. Oh, wait. Okay, I see. That's not what we need. Wait, this is kind of what we need. Oh, yeah, okay. Update. So for objects, blah. When do we get all of this active stuff? Active and inactive. Oh, I see. We do update. So that should be camera UI. Yes, okay. We just get the camera objects with the same logic, so we should get the same things that we have before. Okay. let's see if this works. Basically, we should be able to zoom in on the mailbox, or on the pile of mail. Let's see. Boom. Big pile of mail. And then if we go to the camera, it shows a big pile of mail. And let's make sure that that works by talking to him. Oh, I see. Let's just have that in photo mail pile. Actually, that should be lowest priority, I think. Somebody's mail's been piling up. Past few weeks. Hope they don't miss it. Actually, let's say the past week or so. So that way, boom, a big pile of mail. Somebody's mail's been piling up the past few weeks. Yeah, I hope they don't miss it. And we can see, well, it is kind of jank because they're also self-occluding, it seems. So like here, I don't see any mail because there's I'm not actually viewing like any individual object well enough. But okay, then we can hop up here. And admittedly, you only really need to jump like here. Because otherwise the player's like little system works well. But okay. Yeah, it gets a little, a little too tall for us to jump up there, but I guess that's fine. But okay, now we got mailboxes. Then I should probably figure out where the address is actually going to be, maybe just on the front of the mailboxes. Actually, I just realized. Our addresses should have like an A and B. So I'm going to say A, B. Let's draw it properly. Hang on. Need to get my tablet. A, B. Yeah, so the duplex will have the addresses 4510 with A and B. Okay, so now we at least have the, I guess I need to double check to make sure the car photo works. Or the photo of the house works to unlock the car. Because I have a bad habit of changing things and then forgetting about them until like a week later, and I'm like, what the heck, this thing doesn't work. Okay. Also, the camera needs to be flipped 180 degrees when we start the game. I'll just put that in bugs. 80 degrees when starting the game. I always have trouble controlling the camera in the cutscenes, or like where the player camera is, because it's like a separate node, so I can't just rotate the player. Okay. Yeah, you can literally walk like a foot from his house. Okay. Oh yeah. This is what I need. Found item, photo challenge, Bill's old house. Okay. I should probably improve the platforming there. Wait, we're in the wrong... Oh, right. Hang on. We need to update our challenge photo because... Hang on. I need to be hidden out of view. And then, like, just recreate the photo. Hang on. 9. There we are. Okay, so now if I did this again. Okay, now it seems to be in the correct place. I think no. Oh wait. Okay. I'm curious if the challenge photos are saved as a file. I forgot. Or if they're like so if we go to info. Challenge photos. Okay, it is just a resource. So it'll just be loaded. Wise of me to do that, because that way I can, like, fix them if they're bugged without players having to, like, reload and restart their save. Okay. Okay, now, see if I can get this perfect. Yeah, just about right. And I should make, like, a fading animation for, like, when you actually get it. Remember that photo I gave you? I do. In fact, I have it right here. Colorful car keys. Okay. And it actually moved, surprisingly. Oh yeah, construction. And I still need to make the system for the car respawning when it drops into the water. Let's just make this jump, though. Because, yeah, now this is the new official easiest way to get... Oh. Well, almost. Okay. So we have the model of the car, we have the model of that. What other models do we need? Weston's truck, Bill's car. Hedges and flowers would be good. We got the mailboxes. The art sculpture. Porch props. Hmm. Okay. We need to figure out where would the house be. Let's just look up, like, nice lawn. Because, yeah, we want probably... I mean, almost certainly here and here is ample space for hedges and flowers. See, in this tree, let's move this tree a little bit up. Get some better shade here. In fact, what if we moved it there? You know, typical neighbor stuff, just moving your trees around. Okay. I don't want that. Okay. So I'd say... maybe just a nice hedge here. And here, maybe. And then we could have, like, a flower. Because for some reason, people often have their flowers in jars. Or in pots, even outside. Is that a thing that I've seen before? I swear I've seen that before. There's food outside. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. My brother ordered a nice pulled pork sandwich for me, and a soup. But okay, do I want anything fancier here? Let's see, lawn floral arrangements. This would be nice. Because I guess Mrs. Weston is a stay-at-home mom, so she could do this. Or she'd have more time to make it really fancy. Yeah, I think we'll do something nice. So, not just like some simple hedges here. Maybe a bit more elaborate. Maybe like some of those hedges that go upward. They're like mini tree shrubs. Hopefully they wouldn't like, completely deteriorate the foundations of the house and cause it to blow up. As the root system permeates the foundations. I like a rounded thing here. And I'm gonna have like flowers in here and stuff. And then like rocks and stuff. And we could potentially even have it like, I think a wavy edge would be neat. Yeah, okay, this seems about right. And also, I'm going to be frequently muting because I still have a bowl of soup to eat. And I think I'd rather have no audio at all than mouth sounds on a stream. But okay, I'm going to say this is Weston Yard. Okay. So my main plan is to basically model this as just a solid, like all the soil as just a solid thing, and then I'll like elevate it. And then what we can do is put some stuff on top of it. And probably raise this up a little bit. I'm thinking as well. Yeah, smooth out that. And this way it also feels more like the ground is level, I guess. What the heck is this? Oh, I see. Oh wait, whoops. There we go. Now it's consistent. Though I think this could be better. Admittedly, this gives the characters sort of a more upper middle class look. Which I guess makes sense. I have been thinking about, like, what exactly, who are these characters? And I do think, Mr. Weston is actually, like, pretty well-to-do. Yeah, that's good enough. I'll just cut this as I see fit. Like that he, like, owns a construction company or something. Because, basically, and that was inspired by the fact that, like, my niece and nephew wanted a little playhouse that has a fridge in it. And so I was like, well, what if it has, like, everything? What if it has, like, a functioning HVAC unit? And it's, like, a complete package of an actual house. And it's like, why did he have that? It's like, maybe he just did it because he's really good at building things. And he just thought it'd be fun. Do I need this many? I'll do this. Yeah, good enough. There we go. And then we might do something like this, so then I can, like, push this up a little bit. So probably push these up like that. And that way there's a bit more of a hill, so we can have, like, the little shrubs here. Okay, what texture do we want here? I'll do gravel for now. Yeah, that looks clear enough. I'm thinking as well, I prefer if all of the vertices were pointing up. What if I just did a plane here? Hang on. Individual meeting point. What I'm going to do is data transfer. I think it's going to be in deform or edit. Yeah, edit. Custom normals. There we are. So that should... Okay, now all of these are pointing upward. Which admittedly Maybe that's not quite what I want. Wait, what is this? Oh, I see. This is our yard soil. And I'll make that a parent of, or a child of that. And then this is going to go into reference. Oh, wait, I see. That's fine. Okay. Trying to decide what exactly I want here. I think if we move these... Basically what I want is this little thing here to go down like that. And so my goal is that then when we transfer the normals, this has a little bit of shape to it. Let's try like that. Let's see, now we see just a little bit of dimension to it. But not so much that it becomes like annoying and weird looking. And let's make sure that I'm... Okay, we have the correct thing. What is this exactly? Hopefully I didn't delete anything important. But okay, let's see the empty soil in the game, even though that's not really going to do much. Yeah. At least in my mind, the goal of it is to make... Admittedly, as I said, it does make the house maybe a little bit too fancy. If we have like this... Hang on, I'm going to move... Oh, wait. Why is that here? This shouldn't be here. It's not meant to be here. Because this is meant to be not selected. I mean, I guess if I move it just... where do I put this? So that it's not in here. I guess I just do no imp. And then when we come back into here, then it's deleted. Is driving me crazy. Hang on. I can't drag and drop into here now. Okay, environment, textures, triplanar. Local GD shader. Okay. And now maybe I should be able to do this. So if we go dirt. There we go. Okay, now I can do that. And we got beautiful dirt here. And I kind of want the color to be a bit darker, maybe. Well, what do I want here? Environment. Textures, Weston. And I believe Mrs. Weston will be here instead. Let's also make this a collision type. Hopefully that still works. I just left for food like 5 minutes ago, but now I need to use the bathroom, so I'll be back again. Okay, I'm back. Let's see, so I will model some, what have yous. Probably some flowers, so like, just like a solid mass of flowers around the edge here, and then some more complicated bushes, which might be just, they might be billboarded sprites. That makes sense. But okay. That's the plan while I eat as well. Okay, this is a start. And yet I think in these two areas there's going to be some trees. And so I'll probably just make that shrub as like a separate prefab. And then here we'll sprinkle in some, what have you, little billboarded things. I'll have to figure out how I want to do like detailed foliage like that. Actually, I'm thinking here as well. Let's do, I'm just going to shade this thing smooth, except for in these areas. So yeah, shade smooth. There we go. Okay, so here's sort of a preliminary idea of how the material is going to work. I'm going to have a texture of flowers on the top, and then the texture of like grass or something down below. And the grass texture will be just darker. So we'd also have the ceiling color go dark too. And I'd probably do maybe a reddish hue. And then we can make this a little bit brighter or something. So you can see how this would make this more lively. And yeah, we'd probably want like a little path around here, like little stones or something to make it more intentional seeming, or just the plants. I think that'll also help a lot, like having the little foliage bits. Yeah, I'll still have to figure out how exactly to do that, because I think it'd be cool if I have, if I bring back my grass shader from At the Ends of Eras, to have just like super dense little packs of grass, but it'd also be kind of unnecessary. Because yeah, for the vast majority of cases, it would just be little sprites. Okay. I drank some soda. And I think actually I might not want a collision on this. Well, I could have collision and then have essentially not, like it's not colliding with the player. Instead it's colliding with something else, like a detail interaction. And so that way you can like wrestle through it. Oh yeah, I also need the playground behind, or in front of Madame Blue's place. But okay, let's see how this looks. Looks okay. I think what I may want to do before it gets too far gone to be possible is make the road, like sink the road down into the ground. Because yeah, I still don't like how you have to step up onto the sidewalk from the yards. That's not how yards work. If anything, the dirt is typically above the sidewalk. Also, I want a little, like, ramp there. What other things do I need right now? I need a better bridge model. That'd be an important one. Oh. We need to start making textures for things as well. What else do I want? My brain is, like, frying. Okay, let's make the bridge. See, I'm thinking, like, small bridge, small, like, way bridge. Okay, so something like this. I like the old style railing. Yeah, and I'm not a fan of the arch. I don't know why I designed it like that. I think what I'm gonna do is... That's gonna be tricky. Wait, hang on. Apply rotation. There we go. Let's see, do I want a bridge or do I want a sidewalk here? Feels a little rich for my blood. Okay, let's make this about there. Let's make this maybe there. So that way it kind of matches. How about this side? Okay. So what we need now is probably on both sides we have something like this where it's let's see, I'm gonna try to figure out how I want to do this. Yeah, that seems okay. Oh wait, whoops. There we go. Okay. We might actually want to make a third material, so it's basically like instead of a sidewalk, there would be the road, and then concrete all around here, and then sidewalk. Let's do that, actually. And we'll call this, I don't know, that for now. And basically both of these and this be this material, and then the sidewalk is that material. There we are. And now it makes sense that the cones are blocking it, because look at that. Extremely powerful. And we can eventually have like a little warning sign. I was gonna have on this side some cones. Something like popped. There's like a container. Scared me. But okay. Now we have a better bridge, though admittedly I could still do with, I'm gonna say, just a cylinder. Interesting. Let's do like 8. Okay. Oh, wait. Why is this skewed? But okay, now we've got that working how I want it to work. Probably. I mean, actually, this, I just realized. There we go. See, now it's a bridge that we can respect. Oh, and I see as well, typically the bridges have like walls down here, which makes sense. I'm just going to put those in as well. Do like... There we are. Because yeah, I want this to feel like an actual bridge. There we are. Actually, let's make this go like that. There we are. That kind of works. Okay. Now it feels a lot more like an actual bridge. So we're listening to the Subnautica soundtrack, but what it reminds me of is Halo right now, and which makes me want to play Halo. I miss Halo. Thank you, Godot. I'm trying to select the bridge. Took it a while. Okay. Oh, I know what I should have. I should also start working on the, something or other. What was it called? What was it? What the hell was it? Oh, the camera collision. I had completely, like, 100% forgotten what I was about to say. But okay, one thing here, though. This needs to be thicker. Probably about yay big. Okay, that seems good. And then... follow active quads. And then... how does this feel? Let's say about there. Yeah, that feels about right. Not 100% correct, but it's good enough. What else did I need? I needed to start designing the playground for Madame Blue's place. So here's another place where I'd really want, yeah, how do I lower the terrain? And now I'm realizing this pillar here is unnecessary, but oh well. It's starting to come together. Oh. I keep forgetting I haven't actually made the jump yet. Should I make it more obvious? I wonder what I should put there. And now we're on the other side. We don't seem so powerful anymore. Because we've jumped our way through. Oh yeah, if we touch the water at all, we instantly drown. I wonder if I should change that. Oh wait, but now we don't have the ramp. Oh, that's going to be unfortunate. So now I need some sick ramps. I think throughout this area. Which I guess will pull double duty now, because now that we don't have the cool road ramp, I need cool, beside the road ramps. And also, that can now be a, like, official, or, like, more official way of getting across this bridge, is to just take a sick ramp. And if we have that, then the player should be more likely to, like, get across. What am I trying to say? Or then I may not necessarily need to, like, deactivate the construction zone when you cross this, because that was basically like soft lock prevention. Like, if you somehow got over here without completing the quest, you should then be able to get back without any issues. But I guess I'll keep that as it is, though. But what I will do, that's clipping there. Yeah, I still need to make this look a little bit more seamless. I guess what I could do is actually just have it like zigzag a little bit, just to break up the line a little bit. It kind of works. I mean, it helps a smidge. Hang on. I'm also gonna fix this. Oh yeah, I forgot. We don't even need anything here anymore. Yeah, because we can just like have this completely filled in. Okay. What else do I want here then? Yeah, that at the very least makes it just look nicer, that coastline. So it's not just a straight line the whole way through. That does create a lot of extra geometry, but it's like 5 polygons. I don't even know how much this is. This whole thing is 300 and, what, 700 triangles for the entire terrain in the game. Yeah, I can live with that. But okay, what we should figure out is the playground here. And also, before I forget, the ramp. So yeah, I'm thinking we cross over here and then jump over here, or we go all the way over here and then jump here. I'll just put like a plank. Like that, and then put a little rock. Interesting. So why are these all in 2? Okay, so this is rock spotty. Let's say small rock spotty. Okay. Actually, I should have done this first. And admittedly, kind of silly looking to have two of them there, but oh well. And we can hope that that'll work well. Okay. Because, yeah, this bridge does look a lot more, like, correct. Also, eventually we should fix the biker. So that their path is also sensible. Nope. Well, almost. We might need to make the ramp a bit bigger. And a bit easier to spot from, like, here. Yeah, the big issue is the sight line. Because, like, I can't figure out... Or, like, I'd have no idea where I'm going until about here. So I think it would be better to have this... about here. Even though this would make it a much further jump. Because then... we would be able to, like, actually see where the heck we're going. Okay. And here, I think, should have some swings. Let's not have that on here, so that way I can move it around. Because swing sets are cheap and easy. And does that mean the player should be able to swing? I guess that wouldn't be too hard to set up, actually. Because I could just have the player sit on a seat, and then they can press forward and backward to, like, accelerate it. Though actually, to make the swinging feel really correct, you basically, you only detect the change in the, like, movement of the analog stick. And that's your acceleration. But okay, now this is designed for zooming down from this way. And now we resume. That's the perfect way to do that, because that way it crashes. And then, for this side, I think what I should do is just make the road good. Like, make this road not horrible. There we go. Now our life is feasible. But yeah, I think I can tell that I'm sort of running out of steam. So I think what I'll do is I'll make sure that I can go back and forth on this jump, and then I will call it a day. But okay, let's go back over. Speed run. But yeah, it's getting closer. Yeah, I think this ramp should be a smidge wider, just so that you can actually see it. But also, I just love that crashing sound effect. And the fact that the ramp is now, like, optimized for maximum tumbling. Let's see, this ramp is not in a good place. Yeah, it's just impossible to drive that. So I want it to be, you know, you're coming basically from the gas station. So first of all, we should be able to see it from about here. Oh, well, it almost worked. I think the big thing will be, it simply isn't feasible. Yeah, I'll just remove that jump. Because once you get, I'll just make it so, or I'll just keep it as it is, where once you get over here, you can then just drive back, even though it would be funnier if the only way to, like, unblock the gate was to be told that you can just drive through the cones. But it's also too much work. Because then I'd have to figure out how to make sure that the player, like, is clearly signposted for that. And I'd have to, like, have some way... Actually, I could have the ability to, just have somebody on this side who also tells you about that. Of like, oh yeah, you can just drive through it. Or some alternate path. Oh wait, there is an alternate path, I just realized. Which is, at 3 a.m., we should get the doctor here. Hang on, let's get out of here. Yeah, the doctor's here. So we can get the tunnel card, and then we can just go around the construction. Okay, I'm going to remove the trigger zone here, or I'll temporarily disable it. Because I think the game will work without this. I'll just have to have more indication. Yeah, let's say that bug. More indication to talk to Mr. Weston about the cones. Yeah. Okay, so there's a little thing that should be in here somewhere, some sort of... There it is. This past bridge is no longer going to work. Let's say... export var active equals true. If active. There we are. So yeah, now, when you're here, you actually have to figure out, like, I think I'm going to put another bench Right in here, maybe? How should I do that? Because, yeah, once you're over here, I basically want more indication. I mean, of course, you can also just press the I'm stuck button and come back. Which I may want to make that work differently. Because I could have it so that I'm stuck sends you back to here if you're, if you've, you know, if you're on this half of the cul-de-sac. And so that way, if the player is stuck, they're like, uh-oh, I don't know how to get back. And then they have to figure it out. And that either have to talk to the doctor, oh, or like ramp back or anything like that. Oh, interesting. Yeah, if you drive fast enough, you just, like, crash through it. Oh, if you're just going fast enough, you don't even need the ramp still. Do we have Doppler effect? That'd be funny. Because I would put it on the engine itself. So motor. Do we have Doppler? Doppler. Physics. Actually, let's track it in the idle frame. And also, is the motor... Where's the motor located physically? Okay, it is there. So if it's spinning around the origin point and the camera's following it, we should get some funny sounds. Or like tone variation. Okay, let's drive. That felt like a 2D image, just spinning in the air. That did not feel like it was actually like 3D. Okay. I don't really hear anything. I think there might just be some sort of a... Let's try again. Maybe I need to reload the game for Doppler effect to come into effect. Okay. I think it's just causing subtle audio glitches. I don't think it's actually doing... Like, when it tumbles, I don't think it's quite doing what I want. Hang on. We don't need, like, a disco rave here. This is important stuff, Subnautica soundtrack. We need our full attention. We need more ramps. Because just having the one is not enough incentive to, like, tumble and crash. I can't hear any difference. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to disable that, and I'm going to call that enough for today. I haven't done a thing, or I have not committed a single thing. Okay. Okay, commit all of this as preparing visuals for the trailer. And let's close everything out so I don't have anything unsaved. Because we should also have, I'm going to say, more jumps with the car. Okay. Save this as blue yard. There we go. Now we can get push, and then I will consider that the end of the day. A smidge short, but that's okay. All right, now we can bring this back up. Our spooky ambient sounds. But okay, see you later.